Do you have all the time in the world? Of course you don't. Do you wish you could streamline your process and save time when creating custom properties in HubSpot so that you can just do just a little less work, or maybe the same amount of work but in a little less time? Hey, then guess what? You know what time it is. That's right, it's your boy George B. Thomas from Impulse Creative, aka Sprocket Talk, with another HubSpot educational video. Now today we're talking about custom properties, and more specifically when you need a custom property to be in different objects. For instance, maybe you have a partner and it's a drop down of the list of partners that you work with, and you want it to be in contacts and companies and deals. Side note, that's probably a custom object, but anyway, if you had that property and you wanted it to live in 3 objects, usually people will go and create a property here and then start over and create a property there and start over and create a property there. And God forbid if there's like 8 or 10 things in a drop down, and it just takes a lot of time. Well, in today's tutorial, we're going to show you how you can streamline that process and probably do it in a fraction of the time with ease. And so then maybe you can sit back and watch another video, or you can, I don't know, maybe golf or something. But hey, let's get into the good stuff. So here we are in HubSpot, and usually when people create properties, they'll simply hit this create property button, which then will give them the slide out, and they'll pick the contact or the company or whatever object they're trying to actually create that. They'll have to retype the label, they'll have to retype the description, and they'll have to reset everything up. But there's a better way, an easier way to streamline, and that is simply by looking at what happens when you hover over a property. So for instance, if we wanted how did you hear about Sprocket Talk to actually live in contacts, in companies, in deals, or any other custom object that we may have in our HubSpot Enterprise portal, well, we don't have to create the wheel over and over again, because we can actually hit clone. What you're going to see when we get to clone, we can actually just drop down and say, hey, I want this to be a company object, and I want it to be in the company activity or company information or whatever custom group you've created. And then we'll go ahead and we'll remove this cloned out of here, and then we'll add our description. But notice we didn't have to retype the label. We can just then give it a description. So in this case, we'll just say segmentation based on how they heard about Sprocket Talk, and we'll go ahead and hit next. And you're gonna see, that's right, I didn't have to retype in YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, and I can simply just hit create. And now if I actually search for Sprocket Talk, and you see how did you hear about Sprocket Talk, and I come up here and go to companies, guess what? How did you hear about Sprocket Talk is there, and it took a fraction of the time versus always coming in here and creating the property for contact, then creating the property for company, then creating the property for, well, you get it. Shoo-wee! How much time are you going to be able to save when creating these custom properties that need to live across different objects? Well, in my opinion, probably a ton. And the other thing to note here is that you'll want to pick one place where it actually gets changed. So you'll talk to your sales team, your marketing team, your service team, and you'll say, hey, change this property on contacts, let's say. Then behind the scenes, you'll create a workflow that will actually set or copy that property to the other one or two that you've created. So you can set it in one place, it shows up everywhere, you were able to clone it, and now automatically you're saving a ton of time golfing more, watching more videos, doing what it is you love, and hopefully you love doing some happy HubSpotting. So remember, be a happy, helpful, humble human and do some happy HubSpotting along the way.